Om Namo Venkateshaya. Welcome to the dignitaries of the chairs. Good morning to all. I welcome you all to the 11th Convocation of Sri Venkateshwara Institute of Medical Sciences, University, Tirupati. On this auspicious occasion, I deem it my privilege to welcome Sri Y.V. Subbareddy Garu, the Chairman of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam's Board of Trustees, Tirupati, and Chairman cum Chancellor of SVIMS University, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, the Chief Guest of the Convocation, who is the Chief Scientist of World Health Organization, Geneva. Welcome, Madam. Welcome, Sir. A further hearty welcome the members of the Governing Council and Executive Board of SVIMS, Shri A.V. Dharma Reddy Garu, the Executive Officer of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanams and member of SVIMS Governing Council, Dr. Shyama Prasad Tigilam, the Vice Chancellor of Dr. NTR University of Health Sciences, Vijayawada, Shri Veera Brahman Garu, the Joint Executive Officer of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanams and member of SVIMS Governing Council, Dr. P. Venkamma, Director cum Vice Chancellor of SVIMS, Dr. Alladi Mohan, the Dean of SVIMS, Dr. K.V. Sridhar Babu, the Registrar at SVIMS, Dr. R. Ram, Professor and HOD of Nephrology, Dr. V. Manjakshama, the Professor of Cardiology, the members of SVIMS Governing Council. Welcome you all. I heartily welcome the members of the Academic Senate of SVIMS University, the SVIMS faculty, staff, students, awardees, parents, and members of the print and electronic media. Today is indeed a memorable day for all the graduates and award winners who shall receive the degrees and awards. It is a proud moment for the parents and family members and also to us teachers. So we shall begin this auspicious ceremony by lighting of the lamp. I request all the respected dignitaries on the dais to please participate in lighting of the lamp.
Jyotishmadin prasadayami jyotishkidam prasadayami jyotirgidam prasadayami bhaspatin prasadayami jwarantin prasadayami malmala bhavantin prasadayami deepyamana prasadayami rojamana prasadayami yadasrat prasadayami brahajyotishan prasadayami bodhayantin prasadayami jagratin prasadayami buddhipyasvajatavedo bhakkarkayuratimmama vasogashyamahyamavahajivanam jatichodita Manohimsirjatavedo gamastam purusham jagat Amipradakarahishrigamaparipataka Sriyapurantaja kalyana nidhaje nidhaje thina Sri Venkatanivasaja Srinivasaya Mangalam Mangalam Kosalendraja Mahanisha Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam Veda Vedanta Vedyaya Vedhya Paramurtaye Pumsam Mohana Rupaya Punya Slokaya Mangalam
Now I request Mrs. Naga Prasuna to render the prayer song. Mangalacharya.
समस्त जननी वन्दे चैतन्यस्तन्यदायिनी श्रेयसी श्रीनिवासस्य करुणामिव रूपिणी गुरोरदीनानां कीदृशस्य शरीरे जर्जरीभूते व्याधिग्रस्ते कळेबरे औषधम् जाह्नवीतोऽयं वैद्यो नारायणो हरिः दीर्घमायुः स्मृतिं मेधाम् आरोग्यं तरुणं वयः प्रभावन्नकरोदार्यं देहेन्द्रिय बलं परम् वाक्सिद्धिं प्रणतिं कान्तिं लभतेन रसायनात् लभतेन रसायनात् लभतेन रसायनात् श्रीनिवासो विजयते.
Thank you. I now request the Director from Vice Chancellor Madam to present the Institute report for the year 2021. Om Namo Venkateshaya. Good morning to everybody. The Chairman cum Chancellor of SVIMS University, the Chairman Governing Council of SVIMS and the Chairman of PPT Board of Trustees, Sri Y.V. Subbareddy garu, our esteemed Executive Officer of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, Sri A.V. Dharmareddy garu, the Chief Guest of today's ceremony, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, Chief Scientist, World Health Organization, Geneva, Dr. Shyam Prasad garu, Vice Chancellor of Dr. NTR Health University, Dr. Sri Veerabrahman garu, Joint Executive Officer, Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, Governing Council member, my other colleagues, registrar, dean and members, Dr. Ram and Manager, the distinguished invitees, member of Governing Council and Executive Board members, members of Academic Senate, members of faculty, non-faculty, staff, students, members of print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. I consider it my profound privilege on behalf of SVIMS family to extend a warm welcome to the dignitaries seated on the dais and the invitees who have accepted graciously our invitation to be with us today and all other luminaries of the dais on the occasion of 11th Convocation ceremony of Sri Venkateshwara Institute of Medical Sciences. I would like to thank our Chief Minister, Ernest White, Chairman cum Chancellor, Honorable Minister of Health and Medical and Family Welfare, Ernest White, Vice Chancellor of Governing Council, present Chairman cum Chancellor and Chairman of PPT Board for their inspiring constant leadership and mentorship to our institute. I also would like to acknowledge the generosity and unstinting support of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, represented by our dynamic executive officer. With all the support of the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, SVIMS will strive to become one of the nation's best places in the global map.
On this August occasion, let me provide you the brief overview of SVIMS, especially for the benefit of all the newcomers who enter into the SVIMS family. The idea of establishing modern temple of healing on the lines of AIMS, New Delhi and Tirupati was installed in 1986. The foundation was laid down by then late Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Sri N.T. Rama Rao. Then SWIMS was included in the second schedule of AP Endowment Act. SWIMS started functioning from 26th February 1993. It attained the status of university in the year 1995 by Act 12 of Andhra Pradesh State Legislature. Later, the Act was amended in 2021, making the TTD as a sponsoring institute and the chairman of TTD as the chairman cum chancellor in AP Gazette Act 24 of 2021 on 20th December 2021. The main objectives are to create a center of excellence providing medical education and research facilities of high order in the field of medical sciences to provide good teaching facilities at postgraduate and undergraduate level. In 2006, the Government of India included SWIMS as one of the institutions of upgradation on par with AIMS Delhi under PMSSY scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Swasthya Suraksha Yojana. The period that has gone since the last convocation we had was in 29 February 2020. During early 2020, district administration has requested SWIMS to be designated as a COVID hospital, and we started functioning as a COVID hospital from 27 March 20. Till date, we have treated at least 16,000 persons with the COVID who have been admitted and treated. And from March 6, 20, lab has started doing RT-PCR, our first lab in the state, and so far we have done 17 labs tests were done in our institute. And government has given a state government of Andhra Pradesh has given a full support getting the ventilators, remdesivir, all other drugs required to support this program. And we received one cryogenic storage camp tank received as a donation from BRE Asia Pacific with a worth of 16 lakhs which was installed in our COVID center. And other one PSA plant of 500 capacity and two PSA plants of 1,000 capacity were also installed by the state government. Many other philanthropies and charitable organizations also contributed their might to the COVID disease patients at the Chief Padmavathy Hospital. Another major contribution was SIMS has taken up with managing the mucormycosis patients which was a dreadful condition which was seen during COVID-19. It was a collective effect of general medicine, ENT, neurosurgery, surgical oncology, ophthalmology, radiology, pathology, microbiology, dental surgery, which multidisciplinary approach. We have treated 502 mucormycosis, out of which 240 surgeries were done, and subsequently dental surgery has performed 103 maxillostomies provided after the prosthesis for all the patients at free of cost. This is the highest number which we have done in our state. And we had the regular meetings with the governing council, executive board and finance committee, especially after taking over by the DPD as per the Act. Governing council meeting was held in 6 months. All the regular institutional ethical committees were all done regularly, and another major achievement is our institute got recognized by NABH. Coming to the academic activities, for the year 2021, 74 postgraduate students have joined, and all the new courses we got permission for this year: MD Anatomy, MD Physiology, Pharmacology 2 seats, Community Medicine 2 seats, and we also got enhancement of super specialty nephrology 2 to 4, surgical gastro 1 to 4. And MBBS course, we had filled up all the 175 students, both all India quota, MRI quota, and regular. Other programs are all going on as usual. Recent visit by Dr. Nori Dattatreya visited the institute in the month of May 22. The objective was to prepare for our regional cancer center at Tirupati, and the government of Andhra Pradesh is keen on making our institute as a accord status of International Comprehensive Cancer Care Center, SVIMS Oncology Center, and to name it as a Balaji Institute of Oncology, which medical oncology will start bone marrow transplantation, surgical oncology means robotic surgery, and latest equipment to the radiotherapy. After CPD taken over, the 9 initiatives were started in the form of strengthening of billing and receivables, pricing, creating 100-bedded hospitals. For the restructuring of SWIMS was planned. Recently, we received donations from IIT Alumni Charitable during the COVID time for the injection of amphotericin, and Doctors by DFY organization has donated 5 crores worth of equipment. 11th convocation, there are 487 students will be receiving their degrees this time. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, the convocation of SVIMS University was not held in 2021. Hence, this year medals are present to both 20 and 21 outgoing batches, and all the names of those medals will be read by our dean. Many of our faculty achieved awards as well as many faculty achieved awards, and we have introduced best research and poster awards for the postgraduates. With many doctors from the various departments got these awards. The major achievement for this year is our institute got certificate of final accreditation of NABH. This accreditation of NABH is effective from 6th January 2020 to 5th January 2025, that is for 5 years in the government sector. Ours is the only institute which got NABH accreditation. And in the institute, we have extramural funding and intramural funding. Some of our faculty have got extramural funding from DGHS, DBT, ICMR, and intramural funding through Balaji RF Prashadan scheme of Tirupati Devasthanam. We are supporting lot of faculty and students through research and through their thesis work. And this year we have almost spent about 1 crore. The publications of our faculty, we have a journal of clinical and research, scientific research which was born in 2012, and it is published quarterly both in print and online format. The free text placed in journal website, and it has grown fast and attracted 749 submissions in the last 10 years across the world. And the journal has been indexed and included in DOAJ, Director of Open Access Journals, included in NMC and MCI indexes. The peer-reviewed journal promotes the electronic submission and cross-tracking process with an average submission duration in 3 months' time. The journal gets distributed to all medical colleges, medical institutions, medical universities, research and development institutes across the country. The institute and postgraduates are published up to 2,000 research papers in all the departments. There are many new initiatives started this year, like cashless medical services under health insurance scheme. There are 12 companies have been set up to tie up with the mega health insurance companies, facilitate cashless Medicaid to their bondholders, and MOUs have been entered. And with the support from the Tirupati Devasthanam chairman, we have completed 30 special rooms, out of which 28 single rooms and 2 deluxe rooms with a worth of 70 lakhs have been also been put into use. We do lot of free services on Sundays. Second Sunday endocrinology for diabetic patients, third Sunday for epilepsy patients, the last Sunday hypertension and prostate. Average about 200 to 300 people will be benefited from each time. Arogyasri scheme, this scheme started by the government of Convocation in 2007. Through YSR scheme, multi-health care have been provided to below poverty line for all the diseases of heart, lung, liver, bowel, pancreas, neurosurgery, all the major surgeries have been done. Now the scheme covers 2,489 procedures. We have a unique facility of Sri Venkateshwara Pranadana scheme, through which we are doing women's service, especially for the patients who are under below poverty line, the diseases which are not covered under YSR scheme. So far, 22,000 patients have been undergone treatment since inception. Under this scheme, the TTD has spent about 104 crores of money. Another unique facility in our institute is, under this scheme, PET CT scan for the cancer patients below poverty line we are doing under free of cost. The major changes which we are going to bring future is SVIMS into digital age, that in M-Health electronic medical records. SVIMS aspire to be the one of the most viable health system in the nation, moving towards the cloud health hub, which includes HIMS, EMR, LIMS, tax system, radiology information system, analytics have emerged as an effective solution for healthcare services to store and manage critical patient data such as treatment maps, existing health concerns, treatment preferences, and medical history. Use of mobile-based appointment scheduling software has been transformed to patient care by automating repetitive yet critical tasks such as organizing appointments. With the help of TTD, with the part of through 9 initiatives, will work towards making the current fledgling HIMS into full-fledged electronic medical record. The process is on the way and it is going to complete in 6 to 7 months. And last year, with the help of TTD, we got the equipment worth of 8.76 crores under different schemes for the different departments. We regularly conduct public awareness programs like World Cancer Day, Patient Safety Awareness, World TB Day, World Health Day. This is in brief. My dear students of graduating class, this is a momentous year of our nation, making a big step forward towards universal health care. Our state government has one of the nation's best health protection scheme, namely the Dr. YSR Arogyasri scheme. All who are graduating today are the valuable human resources who will participate in this exercise of humanity by doing the right action always. In keeping our hospital mission, each of you shall enable that quality care is accessible to everybody, and that such care is provided in an equitable manner, that you will innovate, eliminate waste, and the society will benefit from mitigating out-of-pocket expenditure of families struggling with healthcare costs. Do not forget the values we espouse, providing service with empathy, commitment to all those who deserve health care, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, gender, socio-economic status. Thank you in service of humanity with the benevolence of Lord Venkateshwara. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, madam. I now request Sri A.V. Dhanarani Garu, the Executive Officer of Convocation SVIMS, to address the gathering.
Om Namo Venkateshwara. Sri Venkateshwara Sriyadhyastharaksasam Sritachetana Mangalam Srinivasana Ambali Apadam Pahataram Nadaram Sarvasampadam Lokaviranam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyam Buddhir Balam Yashodhairyam Nirbhayatva Maravita Ajadyam Vakpadpancha हनुमान स्मरणात् भवेत् श्री हनुमान स्मरणात् भवेत् Today's chief guest for this function, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, Honorable Chairman PPD and Chancellor of this university, Shri Y.D. Subhadip, Vice Chancellor Dr. Venkatamaru, and the dignitaries present on the dais, dear professors, lecturers, students. It's immense pleasure for me to have been associated with this function, and I congratulate all the passing out students with degrees going out of this institution. I have been given some write-up to read out on dissertation, but I would like to deviate from entire write-up and talk freely to all of you on this momentous occasion. The three slokas which I invoke, one is Shri Venkatachalādīṣam Vijayadhyāśitarakṣasam Sita Chaitanya Mandaram Srinivasam Mahanivaji. You have studied in Sri Venkateshwara Institute of Medical Sciences, which is promoted and blessed by Lord Venkateshwara. I prayed through this sloka to bless all of you to be successful in your lives, future lives, and future career. Second sloka, Apadānupahartāram Dātāram Sarvasammadāna Yogaviram Sri Rama Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamiham. Whenever you are in trouble, whenever you are in stress, whenever you are in dilemma, whenever you are facing any problem, if you pray Lord Ramachandra Prabhu, he will definitely come to your rescue and he will relieve you of all your straining problems and everything. Third sloka is the invocation of Lord Hanuman. Buddhir Balam Yashodhairyam Nirdvayatvam Anodita Ajadyam Vakpatutmancha Shri Hanuman Marana Bhavet. If you believe Lord Hanuman and if you are true devotee of Lord Hanuman, automatically you become devotee of Lord Rama and Venkateshwara, because both are Lord Rama and Lord Venkateshwara are incarnation of Lord Vishnu and the boss of Lord Hanuman. You will get all the qualities of your life if you pray Lord Hanuman. Come to the real subject of today. What is a doctor on this earth? And what is God? What is the difference between God and doctor? God is an invisible belief that there is a supernatural power which is controlling this entire universe. This universe, without some supernatural power, can't run. The earth revolves and rotates without any rest. The sun gives continuously light without any rest. There is no rest for this universe. So who controls it? We call it as a God. So we believe a God who is in invisible form. But the visible form of the God is a doctor. Why? A patient, suppose myself, if I am suffering from any ailment, to go to the doctor and believe him 100%, give this body to him to inject anything or to swallow any medicine which he prescribes without any doubt. All of us, what we do, what we really desire or interested in is the first is our body. We take care of our body with utmost care. This is the self-interest. Without this body, you can't do anything. We have to keep this body in good health and peace and happiness. Then only you can enjoy. So when the most liked material in this world for your soul is your body. So the most liked body you are going to hand over to a doctor with a full 100% belief and take whatever he wants. If you go for a surgery, you are under general anesthesia or local anesthesia and they cut you and do whatever treatment, but you are agreeing for that, believing that doctor is a God. So he will definitely take care of you. Like invisible God, we are all children to him. The patient is a child to you. The way you look after your children, the patient also thinks that he is the child for you. So that is the importance of the doctor on this world. Knowing this importance, myself, to just give you a small example, that I wanted to become a doctor in my childhood. I born and brought up from a remote village where there were not much educational facilities. Up to 10th class, I studied in Telugu medium in a small village in JPA school, where I did not know, I did not have knowledge that if you opt for mathematics, physics and chemistry in the 11th and 12th, you can't pursue the course of medicine. Unfortunately, I landed without going in NPC, then I continued with that stream. So I could not utilize my dream of becoming a doctor. Then I already resolved after marriage, one of my children should become a doctor to fulfill my desire. That I achieved. My elder one, she is well said. Right from her childhood, I kept on telling her she has to become a doctor. Finally, she appeared for MSET. She secured one of the outstanding rank in the MSET and she joined Karnool Medical College, where Dr. Vengamma is also in the same college. She passed out with distinction and now she is doing pediatric MD in USA through experience in MD. So that is the personal attachment I always given in my life to the medical course. So what is this life basically? Why I am telling all these things are, you are going out into the society. In society, lot of pulls and pressures, lot of selfishness to make money in this materialistic world. Everybody tries to be very materialistic without forgetting the service to the society. That's why I initially said you are all gods, living gods for all of us. How a living God has to be, that is the thing which you have to carry in your mind when you leave this place. You might be knowing little bit of Bhagavad Gita. If you don't know, you should know Bhagavad Gita. And Paramatma to Arjuna, he starts Bhagavad Gita, only 2 slokas I would like to tell you, which you should understand, you should know, should memorize, because our life is temporary, our body is temporary. What happens to body once soul leaves the body? Body is made up of Panchabhutas, Agni, Vayu, Neeru, fire and Akash. Akash in the sense you can't really imagine what is Akash. I can explain you, but this is not the forum, I can't take much of your time to explain about Panchabhutas. Once the soul leaves your body, what happens to the body? If you burn it, you can't see the body. If you bury it, after some time you can't see the body. So it will again go into the Panchabhutas from where your soul has taken to form this body to function. What is functioning? Functioning is nothing but Paramatma directs the soul to take a form of a body. I am injecting you in this body and you do discharge your responsibilities. In Bhagavad Gita, Padama Arjuna Vishada Yoga, Arjuna goes to the war field in Kurukshetra and he is the leader of the almost Pandava side and he has about to start the war. And after seeing all his relatives, Bhishma, Drona, Guru, Ashwatthama, Guru's son, and Duryodhana, cousin brother, Dushasana, cousin brother, his sons, all his relatives are opposite. He has to kill all these people and then rule this country. So Arjuna says, why should I kill all these people? They are all my relatives. And after killing all these things, why should I rule this country? But nothing is left for me. Therefore, I don't want to fight. I don't want to kill anybody. Therefore, I am putting my Gandiva down and let us go back. He tells Krishna. Then Krishna gives him the truth of life. All this truth of life is in 700 slokas. No philosophy in the world, whether it may be Socrates, it may be Aristotle, it may be any foreign philosopher or Indian philosopher, not even comparable to one sloka of Bhagavad Gita, the essence. So in first Adhyaya, Arjuna gives him his Vishalam, his miseries. Why I should kill these people? So then in 47 slokas, he gives all his problems and explains to Lord Krishna, Paramatma said that I don't want to do these other issues, which I can't do it. Then Krishna tells him that, see, who is Bhishma, who are you first of all, and who are all these fellows? Nobody is identified with the body. Body is temporary. Everybody has to leave this body and the soul is Atma, which is related to Paramatma. I am transferring and posting you to various bodies. Then in 46th sloka, while explaining to Arjuna, through Arjuna to all of us, he tells in 46th sloka of Sankhya Yoga, that is second Adhyaya, from second Adhyaya up to 18th Adhyaya, but 17 Adhyayas are discourse which enlightens Arjuna, and through Arjuna, all of us should get enlightened. He says, Karmanye Vadikaraste, Ma Bhaleshu Kadachana, Ma Karma Phala Hetu Kuhu, Mate Samyoste Karmani. Karmanye Vadikaraste, Arjuna, I have injected the soul which is in you to discharge certain responsibilities for this Atma, for this soul. Karmanye Vadikaraste Ma Phaleshu Kadachana. Since some responsibilities are given to you, it doesn't mean that once you discharge these responsibilities, the result you expected result. I do this, this is the result. I do that, this is the result. Don't expect any results from all your responsibilities. Karmanye Vadikaraste Ma Phaleshu Kadachana. Ma karma phala hetu bhuhu mate samyoste karmani. You are here without any result to execute your responsibilities and leave it to me the result. I will decide what to do for your soul if you do these responsibilities. So the essence of this sloka is that Paramatma has injected the soul, he has transferred the soul into the present body, physical body. He has prescribed the responsibilities to
karma means responsibility, to the soul. Through this body you have to execute these responsibilities, and you should not expect any result that if I do this surgery I want this 1 lakh rupees, if I do this thing I need to come this patient 5 lakh rupees. Don't expect anything. The responsibility which has been given to you, simultaneously it gives you also, don't expect how to live, how to resolve this body, and also how to look after all your near and dears. He will only do a minimum level. So you should not go beyond that. Therefore, the moral of Bhagavad Gita, which is very relevant to you, is that you have to think that you are the living God for your patients. You have to treat every patient as your own child, as individual God treats us as his own children and looks after us. You have to look after them. And don't ever go for unethical practices. When a patient is treating you as a father and he is believing you and giving you his entire body to you to do whatever you want under anesthesia, don't ever think of cheating. A person who is completely confided in you and then believed you and is handed over his most sought after body to you. So with this moral and with this advice and suggestion to you, I request earnestly all of you who are going out, serve the society, think that you are think that you are a living God for the patients, work honestly, live comfortably, don't become very, what you can say, I am unable to get the exact word, that more ambitious for this materialistic world, because all of you know, you might have seen the patients coming in front of you, leaving this body and going away. Body is completely temporary. Tomorrow what will happen, we don't know. Next 1 hour, what will happen, we don't know. So, since the body is temporary, don't be ambitious, don't cheat the patient, follow ethical practices and do service to the mankind. With this word, I thank you very much for giving me this great opportunity of talking to you, and also thank God for giving me this opportunity to come and talk to the living God. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for taking us on a spiritual journey. And sir has defined a role as a living form of God. Thank you, sir, reminding us that they are the instruments of God. Now I request the Director for Vice Chancellor Madam to initiate the convocation proceedings.
Sir, who have the position of chairman, come chancellor to commence the convocation proceedings.
Yes, permitted, Doctor.
The 11th convocation of Sri Venkateswara Institute of Medical Sciences has been called to confer the degrees and diplomas upon the candidates who in the examination held for purpose have been certified to be worthy of the same. Let the candidates be presented.
Thank you, madam. Now I request the registrar to present the candidates for administering the oath.
Will the candidates for all the degrees and diplomas of this university kindly stand for taking oath?
What is it?
kindly extend your hands. Kindly repeat the words administered by our Honorable Chairman and Chancellor, sir.
Not for the self, not for fulfillment of any worldly material desire of gain, but solely for the good of suffering humanity. I will treat my patient and excel all.
Kindly say, I do promise. Kindly take your seat.
Thank you, sir. I now request the Dean to present the candidates for admission to the various degrees, the medals and merit certificates.
Om Namo Venkatesaya. With the candidates for the degrees of the super specialty DM MCH, broad specialty MD and PhD, kindly stand. Chairman cum Chancellor, sir, I present you the candidates and pray that they will be admitted to the degrees of DM in cardiology, endocrinology, medical oncology, nephrology, neurology, and the degrees of MCH in generative urinary surgery, neurosurgery, surgical gastroenterology, surgical oncology, and the degrees of MD in anesthesiology, biochemistry, emergency medicine, medicine, microbiology, nuclear medicine, pathology, radiodiagnosis, radiotherapy, transfusion medicine, and the degrees of PhD in the faculties of medical and allied health sciences. Honorable Chairman cum Chancellor, sir, I pray the candidates be admitted.
Yes, admitted.
We now present the degrees to the following candidates. Dr. Ram Pavan Kumar, cardiology. Dr. Chandrasekhar Reddy, cardiology. We request them to come over to the dais. I request the candidates to come over to the dais. I request our Honorable Chancellor, Chairman Sir, and our Chief Guest of the day's function, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, to award the degrees to the candidates. Dr. Ram Pavan Kumar, cardiology. Chandrasekhar Reddy, DM in cardiology. Dr. Udaraj Verma, DM in endocrinology. Dr. Anusha, DM in endocrinology. Dr. Maria Bethsaida Manuel, DM in nephrology. Dr. Sunita, DM in neurology. Dr. Satish, DM in neurology. Sir. Dr. Srikant, DM in neurology. MCH students, Dr. Gautam Krishna Reddy, MCH in Generative Urinary Surgery, Dr. Mohana Murali Krishna, MCH Neurosurgery, Dr. Hanuman Nayak, MCH Neurosurgery, Dr. Sri Ram, MCH Neurosurgery, Dr. Lokesh Arora, MCH in Surgical Gastroenterology, Dr. Sai Praneeth, MCH in Surgical Oncology, Dr. Chaitanya Vani, MCH in Surgical Oncology. We now call upon the broad specialty postgraduates, Dr. Radhika, MD Anesthesiology. Sir, we also request our Honorable Executive Officer to give away the degrees to the candidates. Dr. Radhika, MD in Anesthesiology. Dr. Samira Vadi, MD in Anesthesiology. Dr. Kishore, MD in Anesthesiology. Dr. Krishna Priya, MD in Anesthesiology. Dr. Harshavardhan, MD in Anesthesiology. Dr. Jyotsna, Biochemistry. Dr. Pavan Kumar, Emergency Medicine. Dr. Sadasiva Raju, Emergency Medicine. Dr. Maunika Gopalan, Medicine. Dr. Hanisha, MD in Medicine. Dr. Siravanu, MD in Medicine. Dr. Hensai, MD in Medicine. Dr. Sunil Kumar, MD in Medicine. Dr. N. Maunika, Medicine. Dr. Manasa, Medicine. Dr. Vinila, Microbiology. Dr. Hemalata, Nuclear Medicine. Dr. Ajit, Nuclear Medicine. Dr. Suma, Nuclear Medicine. Dr. Shalini Devi, Radiodiagnosis. Dr. Venkatesh, Radiodiagnosis. Dr. Subramaniam, Radiodiagnosis. Dr. Vishnu Prasad, Radiodiagnosis. Dr. Haripriya, Radiotherapy. Dr. Anusha, Radiotherapy. Dr. Shravani, Radiotherapy. And Dr. Kirti, Transfusion Medicine. We request Dr. Shyam, our Vice Chancellor of India University, to give away the degrees. Admission to the MBBS graduate degree. Will the candidates for the degree of MBBS course kindly stand in their positions? Chairman, Chancellor Sir, now I present you the candidates and pray that they may be admitted to the degree of MBBS. Honorable Chairman from Chancellor Sir, I pray the candidates be admitted.
Yes, admitted.
Now, with the candidates for the degrees of MSc Medical, MSc Life Sciences, MSc Nursing, Master of Physiotherapy, and MSc Allied Health Sciences courses kindly stand in their respective positions. Chairman from Chancellor Sir, now I present you the candidates and pray that they may be admitted to the degrees of MSc Medical courses in Anatomy, Biochemistry, Microbiology, Physiology, MSc Biotechnology and Bioinformatics courses, MSc Nursing, Master of Physiotherapy, MSc in Cardiac Catheterization and Intervention and Technology and Echocardiography courses. Honorable Chairman from Chancellor Sir, I pray the candidates be admitted.
Yes, admitted.
With the candidates for the degrees of BSc Nursing, Bachelor of Physiotherapy, BSc Allied Health Sciences, PG Diploma in Paramedical, Post-Basic Diploma in Nursing and Diploma courses kindly stand in their respective positions. Chairman from Chancellor Sir, now I present you the candidates and pray that they may be admitted to the BSc Nursing, Bachelor of Physiotherapy, BSc Allied Health Sciences, PG Diploma in Paramedical, Post-Basic Diploma in Nursing and Diploma courses. Honorable Chairman from Chancellor Sir, I pray the candidates be admitted.
Yes, admitted.
Will the candidates who are receiving the medals kindly stand in their respective positions? The candidates who are receiving medals. Chairman from Chancellor Sir, may I now request you to present medals, merit certificates to the meritorious candidates of DM, MCH, MD, MBBS, MSc, Life Sciences, Master of Physiotherapy, MSc, Medical, MSc Nursing, BSc Nursing, Bachelor of Physiotherapy, and BSc Allied Health Sciences. First, I call upon the recipients of Dr. Nyat Ramchandra Rao Gold Medal for securing the highest marks in MD Medicine examination for the year 2020, Dr. Vasily Pradeep, for the year 2021, Dr. Monica Gopal. Dr. Subhashini Kamalakar Yakuru Sky Gold Medal for the best outgoing all-rounder student in MBBS. For the year 2020, Dr. Potana Nisha, and for 2021, Dr. Shaikh Munisa Anjum. Please come on to the dais. We then call upon the Dr. G. Subramaniam and Dr. Sunita Subramaniam Medal for securing the highest marks among all the MCH courses. For the year 2020, Dr. Tushar Sharma, MCH Genital Urinary Surgery. For the year 2021, Dr. Gautama Krishna Reddy, MCH Genital Urinary Surgery. Dr. Tushar Sharma, Dr. Gautam Krishna Reddy. Dr. Subramaniam and Sunita Subramaniam medal for securing the highest marks among all MD courses. Year 2020, Dr. Navakiran Reddy, MD Emergency Medicine. 2021, Dr. Shalini Devi, MD Radiodiagnosis. Late Sri Simhati Satyanarayana Rao medal for securing highest marks in MCH Surgical Oncology. Year 2020, Dr. Nagesh Kumar. Year 2021, Dr. Sai Praneeth. Dr. Nagesh Kumar, Dr. Sai Praneeth. The Jayasri Sita Ramaswamy Kadiyara medal for securing highest marks in MD Radiodiagnosis. 2020, Dr. Siva Sahas Reddy. 2021, Dr. Shalini Devi. Dr. Siva Sahas Reddy and Dr. Shalini Devi. The late Sri Nara Srinivasu Naidu and Srimati Nara Nagama medal for securing the highest marks in MBBS. Year 2020, Dr. Out Esther. 2021, Dr. Muni Sai Savya. Please come out to the dais. Late Dr. P. Subramaniam IAS medal for securing the highest marks in MSc Life Sciences courses. 2020, P. Jyotirmayi, MSc Bioinformatics. 2021, Girvani, MSc Bioinformatics. Please come out to the dais. The Faculty College of Physiotherapy medal for securing highest marks in Master of Physiotherapy course. Year 2020, M. Saditya. Saditya, please come out to the dais. For the year 2021, two students secured equal highest marks. Mr. Govindu Nayak and P.V. Madhavi. P.V. Madhavi. Omal Reddy Foundation Trust Medal for securing the highest marks in MSc Nursing course. 2020, P. Rajeshwari. 2021, Gauri Devi. Dr. G. Subramaniam and Sunita Subramaniam medal for securing the highest marks in BSc Nursing course. Year 2020, Sanjay. 2021, Raja Sulochana. Sanjay and Raja Sulochana. Again, Dr. Subramaniam and Dr. Sunita Subramaniam medal for securing highest marks in Bachelor of Physiotherapy. Year 2019, Sai Rishita 2020 SVIMS. Sai, Rishika and SVIMS. Komal Reddy Foundation Trust Medal for securing the highest marks among all BSc Allied Health Sciences courses. Year 2020, Tejavati, and 2021, Leelavati. Tejavati is BSc in ECG and Cardiovascular Technology. Leelavati is BSc in Neurophysiology Technology. Merit certificate for securing highest marks among all MSc medical courses for the year 2021. K. Naresh Kumar, MSc Medical Biochemistry. Naresh Kumar, MSc Medical Biochemistry. Merit certificate for securing highest marks in MSc Biotechnology. Year 2020, Sweta. Year 2021, Lokesh Sai Kishore. Sweta and Lokesh Sai Kishore. Sweta and Lokesh Sai Kishore, you are there? There is a cash award of ₹25,000 presented for securing the highest marks in physiology in first MBBS in memory of late Shri M.R. Balaji Singh. For the year 2020 outgoing batch, Dr. Suraparaj Sonika. For the 2021 outgoing batch, Dr. Venkata Maunika. We now proceed on to the most awaited event of evoking the blessings from the heaven by the Veda Panditas. I request the Vedic scholars to come out to the podium and bless all the students who have been awarded their degrees, certificates, medals, prizes, awards, rewards for the Please stand, please. Please stand.
Sanskrit అఖిలాండకోటి బ్రహ్మాండ నాయకుడి యొక్క కరకమల చేత జరుగుతున్నటువంటి ఈ యొక్క స్నాతకోత్సవంలో భాగంగా స్వామివారి యొక్క ఆశీస్సులతో లోకమంతా కూడా సుభిక్షంగా ఉండాలని ఆ వెంకటేశ్వరుని కీర్తిస్తూ మనచే అందరూ బాగుండాలి అని ప్రార్థన చేస్తూ స్వామివారి యొక్క గద్యాన్ని మననం చేస్తూ ఉన్నాము. అందరూ కూడా భగవంతుని ప్రార్థించవలసిందిగా అర్థిస్తూ ఉన్నాము. ఓం శ్రీనాథిపయేవ దైవతన్నః ఉషభాంగీశ్వరయేవ దైవతన్నః హణిసేనాధిపయేవ దైవతన్నః భగవాన్ వేంకటయేవ దైవతన్నః శ్రీ శ్రీనివాస పరదైవతన్నః శ్రీ శ్రీనివాస పరమంధనన్నః శ్రీ శ్రీనివాస కులదైవతన్నః శ్రీ
to start a professional journey with His divine blessings to His very champion. Now, I request again to introduce the chief guest for today's convocation.
We deem it an honor and a profound privilege to introduce the chief guest of the day's function, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, Chief Scientist, World Health Organization, Geneva. Dr. Soumya Swaminathan did her MBBS from the Armed Forces Medical College, Pune, 1980. MD in Pediatric Medicine from the then one and only All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi, 1985. She also did her DIP&B, National Board of Examinations, New Delhi, in Pediatrics, 1987. She also did her fellowship in pediatric pulmonology from the Children's Hospital of LA University, Southern California, 1989. Right from her schooling, Dr. Swaminathan has been a meritorious student with the award of National Science Talent Scholarship from the NTSU, National Council of Educational Research and Training, New Delhi. Through her graduate training in the Armed Forces Medical College, Pune, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan has been the recipient of several awards and gold medals, including the President's Gold Medal for the Best All-Round Outgoing Student for the year 1980, Lieutenant General Dayaram Thakur Gold Medal for securing the highest marks in final MBBS, and the list is long. During her postgraduate studies, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan has been the recipient of the Certificate of Merit, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi. She has been a vibrant researcher, an astute clinician, and a gifted and a par extraordinaire administrator throughout her career in several professional associations, several institutes, especially her seminal work in the field of HIV/TB during her tenure at the then called the Tuberculosis Research Center at Chennai, and her subsequent innings at the Indian Council of Medical Research as the Director General have been memorable, especially in the field of applied research. Dr. Soumya's research has been truly multidisciplinary. The depth and breadth of her research publications demonstrates this particular unique aspect. As a clinician researcher, she also has wonderful grip on the understanding of programmatic challenges in the management of TB and HIV, and her research has paved the way for the policy makers to come up with a new paradigm of addressing the twin disasters of HIV and TB. Dr. Soumya, with her visionary concept of the India TB Research Consortium at the ICMR, has spearheaded India's thrust forward in TB research and has placed India in the #1 position in the global map. I have personally known her for 2 decades. She has always been very encouraging and supportive, and has been a kind mentor to many of the young clinicians and researchers, especially pursuing research in the field of TB and HIV. To quote Valmiki in another context, Smitabhashi, Purvabhashi, Hitabhashi. These would exemplify the multi-talented, multi-dimensional personality of Dr. Soumya Swaminathan. Madam, we at the Sri Venkateswara Institute of Medical Sciences, Tirupati, are honored by your presence here today, and we thank you for sparing your valuable time and sharing your thoughts of the day with our young graduate, postgraduate, and PhD scholars who have trained in this institute. I leave it a privilege once again to call upon our chief guest of the day's function, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, Chief Scientist WHO, to deliver a convocation address.
Professors, teachers, faculty members, students, parents, proud parents, I should say, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the media. It gives me great pleasure to be with you all today on a very memorable occasion of the convocation and graduation ceremony. Thank you, Dr. Mohan, for a very kind introduction. First of all, let me congratulate all the students who have passed out today from various courses, undergraduate, postgraduate, and super specialty, but also nursing and allied health professions. So, hearty congratulations to you all. Some of you have won medals, so double congratulations. But I think all of you can feel proud today of passing out of a wonderful institution with where you get not only good training in your specialty, but also you are grounded in very solid values. And I think that is very important. What we heard today also from the executive officer is being a healthcare professional. It is actually a huge responsibility that society is placing on you. And so you have to think not only of yourself, but also of all of the people who will be depending on you. And as the executive officer was saying, that people trust when they come to a healthcare professional, whether it's a nurse or a doctor or a physiotherapist, they trust that you will do the best for them. And therefore, I think what we heard the stories today from the Gita, but also the blessings that you have received from Sri Venkateshwara will keep you guided with ethical principles in your day-to-day work, because at the end of the day, you must have a clear and clean conscience, and you should believe that the work of the day has been satisfying. And I hope that all of you will find that satisfaction in your work, whether it is clinical care of patients, whether it is community-based care, whether it is being a part of a team that is delivering care. One thing I learned in my career is that teamwork is extremely important. That none of us as an individual can achieve what a team can achieve. And sometimes I feel that teamwork spirit perhaps is lacking in our country. We thrive and we excel as individuals, but somehow we are not able to create that same spirit and excel as teams. And I think this is something that all of you who have received this type of education should strive wherever you are working. Try to work as part of a team, because you can achieve much, much more. And this is why you find that even in the field of research today, it is all about interdisciplinary research. It's all about teamwork. If you look at any of the top publications in journals like Science and Nature, it is not unusual to find 100 or 150 authors in one paper, all from different institutions, maybe even from different parts of the world. So the world today is a small place. We are all connected as a global community, especially thanks to technology, thanks to the internet. And we should not feel that we are limited by where we are. You can be connected globally, and you need to think globally but act locally. Absorb the best information, the best knowledge from anywhere in the world, the best. I was just discussing also that primary healthcare, when we think about primary healthcare, we need to look at which are the best models that are applicable for us today. If you look back at the pandemic in the last 2 years, it has been a very momentous, probably once in a lifetime event for most of us. I hope it's only once in a lifetime. We don't want there to be more pandemics, but unfortunately, the way we are living today with our environment, we are creating all of the opportunities for more viruses to spread from the animal species into the human kind because of the deforestation, because of climate change, because we as human beings are occupying the space where animals used to live freely. So there is much more intermingling, and this is what creates opportunities for viruses to spread from animals to humans. So we have to be prepared for more pandemics in the future. So I think it's a good time to ask ourselves, what lessons have we learned? How do we prepare ourselves? Not just for pandemics, but also for other health threats. And I think one of the major lessons, if you ask me, has been that science has provided the solutions, right? Whether you look at vaccines which were developed in less than 1 year, 311 days from the detection of the new SARS-CoV-2 virus genome to the first vaccine that was licensed for you. That is a record. Normally vaccines take 10 to 15 years to develop. We have been able to develop drugs, not as good as vaccines, but still there are some treatments, there are diagnostics. So many innovations came because of investment in science and technology, because of building on the research and development that had happened over the last 10, 20 years. This mRNA platform we talk about today, the research started in the 90s. And in fact, if you listen to the story of the early researchers, they had to fight against many odds actually to be able to get the grants and to continue the research on mRNA. And today we find that the most successful vaccines are being developed using mRNA platform, but also other platforms. There are viral vector platforms, etc. So I think first lesson is we should invest in research, we should invest in R&D, in basic science, in clinical research, in public health research, all types of research. That's how we get new knowledge. And that's how we can be constantly improving what we do. So that is, I think, the first lesson. The second lesson that I learned
हाथ दे
Okay, let me continue after that break, which we cannot limit. So I was telling that the first lesson for me was that science can deliver the solution. So it is worth investing in research and in science and in having good data, good evidence to base our work on. The second lesson for me was that in every country in the world we saw that the health system was not prepared. The health system got overwhelmed, whether it's a high-income country or a low-income country. And that is because the investments in primary health care and public health were not sustained. In many places we see that people build very sophisticated hospitals, but if you don't have the basic structure in the community to deal with problems at that level, through the primary health care system, through a public health system, then no number of hospitals can take care of the sick patients, and that's what we saw exactly happening everywhere. So this tells us that we must invest more in primary health care, set up a public health cadre, and I think that's part of the government's initiative here also, is to strengthen the wellness centers, strengthen the community-based services, so that diseases can not only be treated, but we have to focus on prevention also. Because many diseases today, we are seeing them at late stages, whether it is hypertension, leading to complications of kidney disease, stroke, cardiovascular disease. How many surgeons we are going to produce to take care of these complications? Whereas hypertension, if it is detected early and treated, you can manage it. You can also prevent hypertension by altering lifestyle and other factors, right? Just by regular exercise, by reducing salt in the diet, by avoiding high fat, high sugar foods. A lot of diabetes and hypertension can be prevented. But every survey today in India is showing us that the rates of diabetes and hypertension are only increasing. And in fact, there are very worrying trends that earlier age people are getting diabetes and hypertension, and even the rates of overweight and obesity in young children have started increasing. So we need to really look at this very holistically, not just think about how to treat the people who are sick. Of course, we have to do that. And that's why we need tertiary hospitals. But what are we doing to prevent more people from developing these illnesses? Similarly, a lot of cancer is preventable. Cervical cancer can be prevented by giving HPV vaccine to young girls in the pre-pubertal age group. Similarly, liver cancer, a lot of it can be prevented, and we have prevented thanks to hepatitis B vaccination. Tobacco, if we can control the use of tobacco, we are going to reduce a lot of oral cancers, lung cancers, as well as other cancers. So again, identifying the risk factors and trying to prevent them. Today, air pollution is one of the biggest risk factors. Whether it is household air pollution, women are still using solid fuel for cooking. About half of India still uses solid fuel. Or whether you take ambient air pollution, which has been increasing again because of all our own activities. So we need to rethink how we are going to live. And we look at transport systems, we have to look at green spaces within cities, we have to look at, of course, safe water and sanitation, but also at a diet which is more nutritious, and which today we look at the surveys that are being done, less than 10% of children are getting a diet which is adequate in diversity, which means that they may be getting adequate calories, they are not getting the micronutrients and the protein that a body needs really to be healthy. So I think primary health care actually encompasses all of this, from health promotion to disease prevention, all the way to through treatment, diagnosis and treatment, to rehabilitation and palliative care. And again, that's an area where we need more focus, because a lot of people have diseases which are chronic and which need continuous rehabilitation or sometimes palliative and end-of-life care. And with an aging population, as you know, our life expectancy is increasing, and we are going to have a lot of older people living, and we need to ensure that they live active lives, healthy lives, not with disabilities. So we need not only life expectancy, but we need healthy life expectancy. And for that, we have to again think about strategies for healthy aging of our societies. The third lesson is around the inequities in our society. If you look again at the mortality rates during COVID in every country, the people who suffered disproportionately are those who were at the bottom of the socio-economic pyramid. And therefore, because they have unhealthy living conditions, they have more risk factors of disease, and they also have less access to healthcare. So again, whether it's the UK where they found that the Asian minority community, or whether it was the US where they found that the black community had 2 to 3 times higher deaths during the pandemic than the majority community. So we need to think very carefully again, and our National Family Health Survey gives a lot of data about the health indices in different groups. And if you look at the indices in the tribal population, they are always the worst. Starting from infant mortality rate to rates of non-communicable diseases, every health parameter we take is always the worst of the tribal population. So we really again need to think of strategies. How do we address those? What are the root causes? How do we involve the community also in finding solutions for these problems? So I think some of these things which came out during the pandemic, I hope that when we are now recovering from the pandemic thanks to very good vaccination coverage and also the fact that the population has built up immunity. But we should not go back to business as usual. I think each of us needs to think, what is it that we can do to live in better harmony with nature, with the environment? What is it we can do on the prevention side of disease, not just on the treatment side? And what can we do? Because as medical professionals, we're not just, as medical is a social science, it's a science of human beings. And we need to think about our fellow human beings. How can we make their lives better? And it's very often the medical professionals who need to become advocates. We need to advocate for the government to do more in these other sectors. Because the health sector alone cannot take care of everything. You need the environmental ministry, you need the road transport ministry, you need the agriculture ministry, the food and nutrition departments. All of these need to start thinking about improving health and changing the policies in order to make it easier for people to live healthier lifestyles. Just telling people eat a healthy diet cannot solve the problem if the person cannot afford a healthy diet. So telling somebody to go and exercise is not possible unless there is an environment where that individual can exercise. Are there cycle lanes in the cities? Are there parks where people can go for a walk? So we need to think about these, become advocates for good health, and also, like I said, also involve communities. A lot of times the solutions can come from the community, from the people, if we ask them. But very often we're not asking them. We are trying to find solutions in a top-down method. So I think participatory approach to policy making will also show us the way ahead. And finally, I'd just like to say that there are a lot of innovations that are coming, particularly in the health side. Innovations, use of artificial intelligence, use of robotics, the use of genome technologies like gene editing. Many diseases will now be curable, will be detectable. X-rays will be read through artificial intelligence algorithms. It's not to say that doctors will disappear or that we are not needed as human beings, but we can use technology to help us to do our work better, whether it's biosensor-based diagnostics or other microbiome-based therapies. So we need to stay ahead of the curve. All of you, I encourage you to stay always up to date with the advances, with the literature, because there is constant new things coming out always in the medical and health field. And if we are better informed, we can do more justice also to our patients. And so technology is going to change the way that health and medicine are practiced. We saw how much telemedicine and telehealth came up during the pandemic. And that's just one example of how technology can reach those people who are otherwise it was difficult to reach. So I would like to end again by congratulating all of you, the medalists, as well as all of the graduates for passing out today. And I hope that as you leave this institution and go out into the bigger world, you will take the values, you will take your learnings, and you will be role models in society wherever you serve. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam, for the excellent words. And you can underline these words. Think globally and act locally. And madam emphasized teamwork and very well defined how the various sectors have to be integrated into medicine to make the best use of our profession. Thank you once again, madam. And madam requires a standing ovation for bearing with us with a smile when there was a power cut. She never deterred from a speech, and so pleasantly, madam, with a smile, she continued forward. So that is what we are all about. Take everything with a pinch of salt, but be sweet. Thank you, madam, for bearing with us. Thank you. Now, I request Dr. Ram, the medical superintendent, to introduce Sri Vaidhi Subbareddy.
Good morning. I deem it a privilege to introduce our chairman. Sri Vaidhi Subbareddy is the chairman, Board of Trustees, and chairman cum chancellor of SVIMS University. Sir has born on 1st May in Mevametta, Prakasam district, to Sri Y. Chinnapuri Garu and Srimati Y. Pichamara. Sir is a MBA from Bharati Vidyapita Institute of Management and Research, Shalwatu, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. Sir served the nation as a member of Parliament of 16th Lok Sabha, 2014 and 2019. Sir had been a member of several parliamentary committees like Finance Ministry Consultative Committee, Estimates Committee and Industries Standing Committee. In the memory of Sir's father, Sir has started a multi-specialty hospital at Mevametta in which super specialty treatment is given free. Closer to my heart is the dialysis facility at Kanigiri that had been started with Sir's initiative. Sir is responsible to bring several revolutionary changes in Tirupati Devasthanas. A few of them deserve a mention. The first one is removal of L1, L2 and L3 darshan facilities, limiting weight to darshans on weekends, introduction of Navanita Seva to the Lord, in which devotees can also participate in performing puja with cow's milk. With Sir's initiative, the Annaprasadam of Lord is now being prepared with the vegetables, rice, jaggery grown from organic farming. This brought back the age-old heritage method of preparation of Lord's Annaprasadam and fosters organic agriculture. With the initiative, Sir, a cow and a calf are donated to 141 temples so as to enable devotees to pray cows. Sir also has taken initiatives for elimination of plastic use, introduction of wind power as a source of energy, and introduced battery powered vehicles at Tirumala. Sir is also responsible in adopting 516 goshalas throughout the country. Sir introduced a white paper declaring land properties of the Lord and decided in the board not to sell any fixed assets of the Lord. Sir has also several philanthropy and charitable activities to his credit. A mention of them is deserved here. 4 villages in Prakasam district are developed as model villages. Provision of reverse osmosis, potable water to overcome fluorosis in Prakasam district. Establishment of 2 Kendriya Vidyalayas in Ongole district. Sir was responsible to bring several crores of funds from central government schemes like Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Grama Jyoti Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, Gokul Grama Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Thank you. I invite Sir to deliver his address. Thank you.
I invite Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, Chief Scientist, World Health Organization, and our EO Dharma Reddy and Vice Chancellor, India Health University, Dr. Shah and Director and Vice Chancellor, Sri Venkateshwar Institute of Medical Sciences, Dr. Raghunath, and other dignitaries and professors, doctors, students and parents. Namaskar to everybody. It is my pleasure to be here at the 11th Convocation of the University Institute of Medical Sciences, Tirupati. This institute was established under aegis of the Devasthanams, and it is started functioning since 26 February 1993. First of all, I congratulate the students who have received their degrees and honors today. They represent SVIMS University, which has nurtured them with a value of high-skilled medical professionalism, with the best talent source of national and international importance. Even as she is close to the Pearl Jubilee, the 30th anniversary, she collected a rainbow colors from the first women's medical college in South India. Our nation's only NABH, National Accreditation Board of Hospitals, accredited government hospital, the state COVID hospital, India's largest and remote dialysis center, and by the most preferred institute by the disadvantaged and distressed families. Sri Padmavati Medical College Hospital stood like goddess Padmavati Amma, hugging to her bosom every gasping patient of COVID during COVID time. Now after 25 months, there is a virus on the way, everything is sound easy. But imagine even as black body bags were being rolled out and even there the kith and kin are waiting, not a single, not even one doctor, one nurse, one technician. Every staff of the institute ran away to the college. Didn't run away from our planet, and they saved the lives of so many COVID patients. And also, withstand present partiality to the patient with compassion and weakness and with the prayer of Goddess Padmavati Amma on the lips to the doctors, nurses, technicians, and staff at several patients of COVID treatment, knowing that there is risk of their own deaths. We are not catch. 4 of our near and dear staff have lost their lives during the COVID time. National Accreditation Board of Hospitals is the guardian of quality in the hospitals with demanding standards. Many reputed institutions found the bar of conditions set by the National Accreditation Board of Hospitals well high, insurmountable. The contributions of our staff and SVIMS cannot be more overemphasized without which conquering these DG heights would have been impossible. Even with the understanding the heavy race they had that carries the role of National Accreditation Board of Hospitals Accreditation, we are going to follow in 2025. In the current academy, course of MBS graduates from our institute secured postal skills all over India. There are 4 ambassadors of excellent education. Our ambassadors of excellent education imparted to them at Sri Padmavati Medical College Hospital. We also had a high number of postgraduate seats in pathology, surgical gastroenterology, and nephrology. We started a postgraduate course in community medicine also. SVIMS has been following the principle of innovating to activate talent to equip its facility strength through nationwide recruitment notifications with the lines of AIDS and JICMAC. I have instructed the director to issue notification for filling the faculty vacancies which will increase the quality of patient care. The outstanding undergraduation, post-graduation, and other relevant courses, students are being encouraged by honoring them with various awards and medals. In the lines of best going Indian student, which is already in place in our institute, I would like to announce the best outgoing PG student award to encourage students of the Institute of Medical Science University. It is my pleasure to announce SVIMS University overall best outgoing medical PG student with gold medal and a certificate by instituting this award with a contribution of 11 lakhs by me in a encouragement gesture. This award will be given from the next SVIMS University Convocation onwards. It is a fact that part of our doctor's treatment without the support of our medical staff and other administrative staff, the service to the patients is not possible. And to encourage them to and as recognition of their work, we are working on their pay scale, incentives, benefits, job security, etc. I am pleased to announce that all the TPD hospitals will be brought under the National Institute of Medical Sciences, which we have done in the National Institute of Medical Sciences and one of the Institute of Rehabilitation and Research Center, Hospital, and of course recently we have also started first Sri Pediatric Padmavati for pediatric kids. Recently we have also made the foundation stone for the Padmavati multi-specialty pediatric hospital. We want, ultimate goal is, we want to bring all these institutions under one umbrella, that is to be named after the Venkateshwara University of Health Sciences. And in future, we are going to have see Venkateshwara from Medical Sciences as well as Honorable Chief Minister Honorable Jagan Reddy. We are going to have separate cancer institute also. Sri Balaji Institute of Cancer. That also we are going to have under the Sri Medical Sciences. This all together we want to have in under one umbrella that we are proposing and going to write to the government to give the exclusive university Sri under the Sri Venkateshwara Health University and the board of Sri Venkateshwara Health University. SVIMS is the leading hospital in implementing the flagship health program of our government. Dr. Y.S.R. Arundhati and Dr. Y.S.R. Asra aimed at cashless treatment. In the current academic year, scores of our graduates from the Institute secured PG, secured postgraduate fees all over India. Our ambassador, excellent education imparted to them. SVIMS has been following all the latest technologies to treat the patients, especially during pandemic period and all the important diseases were addressed patiently for all the departments. University have your way cancer, as I already mentioned, we have the separate institute in the cancer. As you are aware that cancer has emerged as a major public health challenge and is one of the leading causes of death. Since it is already the apex institution, is in the state providing service to the cancer patient for the last 15 years. Since we already had 100 bedded cancer division in medical sciences, now we want to go for a full bedded 300 beds cancer institute under Sri Venkateshwara Institute of Medical Sciences, which we want to upgrade to directed by our Honorable Chief Minister. We want to upgrade to the regional cancer center also after getting the full equipment and everything. Further, to strengthen the existing facility, development cancer, genomic research, since it is going to establish international cancer, comprehensive cancer care and research center to be called Sri Balaji Institute of Oncology, which will be the first of its kind in the country. University will be trying to its duty if you don't focus on the battle of the country, rehabilitation is an important part of universal health coverage, along with promotion of good health and prevention of disease treatment and palliative care. Rehabilitation helps a child, adult, or older persons to be independent as possible in everyday activities. Since it is going to establish world-class rehabilitation center at SVIMS View Campus in the ranks near airport at Railway. This will cater service to the rich and poor. It is aimed to provide physical and mental social rehabilitation with development of knowledge of orthotics and prosthetics. SVIMS will also cooperate with DRDO for eco-skeleton system and dental implants for our patients. I am sure every ongoing members of the university would be on the asset wherever they do their service. Please provide heartful healing touch to the patients to keep away the human suffering and bring smiles of confidence and trust among the patients with your service. Please learn well and actively and do well. All the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the encouraging words and for appreciating the services of SVIMS. And SVIMS will continue to rise in glory with your support and the blessings of Lord Convocation. Thank you, sir.
We now come to the signing of record of degrees. Let the registrar present the record of degrees to the chairman from chancellor.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request respected Director of Vice Chancellor Madam to present a memento to the Chief Guest, Dr. Soumya Saminathan Madam, for a gracious presence on this occasion and for a patient message given to us. Thank you, madam. I now request the Director of Vice Chancellor Madam to seek permission of the Chair to dissolve the convocation.
Sir, do I have the permission of Chairman cum Chancellor to dissolve the convocation?
Yes, permitted.
I declare the convocation dissolved.
Thank you. Now I request all the members to please stand for the national anthem, which will be followed by the leading of the ceremonial procession. All please remain standing and don't leave till the position leaves the hall. please wait.
P. Kirtana, OBC first rank, ENT second rank. P. Kirtana. P. Kirtana. V. Krishnaya Sarani. Community medicine first rank, physiology first rank. V. Shalini. P. Sai Harshini. OBC second rank. P. Sai Harshini. P. Harshita, OBC first rank. P. Harshita, OBC first rank. R. Suman Reddy, ENT first rank. Naga Pujita, surgery second rank. Naga Pujita, 2016 batch. K. Yamuna, biochemistry first rank, physiology second rank, microbiology
Stand
first
yaad
rank.
nade.
K. Yamuna, C. Venkata Monika, C. Venkata Monika,
Stand and yes, sir.
first rank in physiology, first rank in forensic medicine. G. Kalyani, first rank in pharmacology, first rank in pathology. G. Bhavani, first rank in OBC, second rank in ENT. G. Bhavani. MD Vinay Kritika, second rank in pharmacology, second rank in pathology.
సిమ్ 1 వచ్చింది ఎయిర్టెల్ లేదే కదా
Second rank in pediatrics.
చేయాలి సిమ్ తో నిజా
Sheikh Monisa Anju, first rank in microbiology, second rank in OBC. Tanikanti Muniswari Shravya, first rank in medicine, first rank in surgery. Tanikanti Muniswari Shravya. P. Rachana Ramachandran, P. Rachana Ramachandran, first rank in ENT, second rank in surgery.
ఫోటో తీసుకో ఫోటో తీయాలి
A. Chandasri, first rank in ophthalmology. Sri Aryavalli, A. Sri Aryavalli, microbiology second rank. Acham Lipika Yadav, first rank in pediatrics. Bhavya, surgery second rank. B. Bhavya, surgery second rank. B. Smurti, medicine second rank. B. Shruti, biochemistry second rank. Dondapati Pooja Chaudhary, pathology second rank. G. Saujanya, OBC second rank. G. Meghana Reddy, forensic medicine second rank. Manyam Meghana Sumalini, anatomy second rank. Koneti Chandini, community medicine first rank. Koneti Chandini, community medicine first rank. Nela Mundala V.S. Shreya, forensic medicine first rank. Paspula Mahejavan, community medicine second rank. Reddy Priyanka, pathology first rank. Sethi Manya, anatomy first rank. Y. Dhatrika Soumya, physiology second rank.
award ఇస్తారంట.
I request all the 2016 batch MBBS students come on to the dais with their certificates and receive from the dignitaries. A. Charanasri. I read the order of the students. Please come on to the dais in the order. A. Charanasri. A. Sari Sucharita. A. Sai Chandra Bonala. A. Trivedi, Akademi Sri Aryavalli, Anjali Perwala, A. Gautami, Acham Likita Yadav, Aula Somi, D.K. Vinisha. Please come in the order of name I have announced, please. B. Shefali Ushasri. B. Kavya. B. Monika. B. Geeta Lahari. B. Pujita. B. Venkata Monika.
Okay.
K. Bhavana. B. Jeevani. B. Spurti. B. Shruti. B. Vaishnavi, B. Sharmani, B. Spandana, B. Saishri, B. Jahnavi, B. Venkatanaga Gayatri, B. Kirtana, C. X. Sirisha Reddy, C. Venkata Monika, C. Namrata Vagdevi, C. Gayatri, D. Sindhu, D. Sai Ishma, Dandapata Pooja Chaudhary, D. Jahnavi, E. Josna Devi, G. Kalyani, G. Savitri,
నెంబర్ ఉంది ఇస్తాను
G. Srileya, G. Srivani, G. Gayatri Devi,
9490 798859 Thank you.
Gopi Reddy Sai Harshini, G. Gauri, G. Pavani, G. Bhargavi, G. Saujanya, G. Vinaya, G. Sveta, D. Meghana Reddy, H. Lakshma Krishna Vani Bhai, I. Krishna Sai, J. Bhavana, K. Srilekha, K. Yamuna, K. Pooja, K. Revati, K. Meena Mutala, Meena Muta, K. Meena Muta, K. Swati, K. Haripriya, K. Reddy Moha Reddy, K. Sarayu Prashanti, K. Monika, K. Neeraja, K. Hanisha, K. Vishnu Reddy, K. Bhavishya, K. Sai Gautami, MD Vinay Pritika, M Tejaswi, M Gayatri, M Vishma, M Pratyusha, M Sai Vaishnavi, M Megha Sunayani, M Lavanya, M Sirisha, M Alekya, M Mastad Jahan, M Sujita, M G Aparna,
ఫోన్ చేస్తాను.
M B.S. Shreya, M Sri Sai Meghana, M Krishna Priya, T Navya, M Pravalika, M Tejaswini, O Sri Sai, P Mehraj,
అయిపోతాను కదా
P Mahajabal, P Tejaswini, P Naveta, P Raghapriya, P Vasavi, P Deepika, P Rishika Reddy, Reddy Priyanka, R Gayatri, S Sindhuvi Reddy, S Anantasri,
ఆడన్నా మనం ఎప్పుడు దూరంగా ఉన్నాం.
Sai Rachana, S Haimavi, S Navya, Sheikh Asima Banu, Sheikh Kausika, Sheikh Monisa Anu, S Vaishnavi, S Shrija, S Srinija, Sushma Chaudhary, T Monica, T Haripriya, T Munisa Islamya, T Rachana Ramchandran, T Pujasri, U Venkata Lakshmi Priya, U Krishna Sela, U Priyanka, V Akshita, V Sodhamini, V Anusha, V Vaishnavi, I Shravani, I Prashanti, I Kartika Soumya, K Yashasvi, C Lakshmi Deepika, A. Shravani, S. Revati, S. Anisha, B. Drakshayani, B. Harshita, B. Sai Pravalika.
Gravia.
Hindi pa ko nalalapak ko.
వస్తా కదా వెయిట్ చేయండి. వీడియో పోతాను
నేను తీసాను ఎన్ని కావాలి Thank you.
వస్తారా మీరు సార్ బయట తీస్తున్నారు సార్ ఫోటో ఒకసారి ఇక్కడ తీసాను ఫోటో బయట సపరేట్ తీస్తున్నారు సరే కరెక్ట్ ఒకసారి తరుణ్ ఫోటో తీయాలంట ఫోటో తీసుకుంటున్నారా సిమ్స్ హాస్పిటల్ ఫోన్ నెంబర్ అండి అంతా ఫోన్ పంపిస్తున్నాను మేడం సార్ కొంచెం బ్యాక్ కొంచెం బ్యాక్ ఉన్నారా మేడం అందరం మిమ్మల్ని చూస్తున్నారు మేడం ఉంటారా సైడ్ పోతారా అబ్బాయి ఇస్తాను తీసుకోండి అరే మేడం అన్నా కుమార్నా కుమార్నా వాళ్ళతో పాటు ఉన్నా వాళ్ళతో పాటు తీసుకోండి ముందుకు వచ్చాము చేరుకు ముందు సరే పిక్కులోకి చెప్తే అర్థం కాదు టైం వేస్ట్ చేసుకున్నాడు అట్టిగా కనపడుతుంది కంట్రోల్ అని సార్ అన్నా మీరు దిగండి మీ ఫ్యామిలీ దిగండి ఎక్కడ అందరూ అయిపోయినారా చూసుకుంటే వాళ్ళ ఫ్యామిలీ సెంటర్కి వచ్చేసాను పూర్తిగా సెంటర్ రండి సెంటర్ గవర్నమెంట్ సార్ సెంటర్ గవర్నమెంట్ కేబుల్ తెచ్చి కేబుల్ తెచ్చండి మేడం మేడం చూడండి సార్ చూడండి సార్ सुधा मैडम मैडम ఎవరు పెరకమన్నారు నేను చెప్పానా ఓకే పంపించన్నా ఏం వాడికి వేయాలా